Yes, it's just sun's gone past the yard arm. I'm Baron Bullshyster, so it's time for another fable from Fartwell. Yes, it is. What have we got for you today? Well, we're going to make a bit of wood. We're going to We're going to make a bit of wood. We're going to make the plastic look like a bit of wood. Yes, and add a bit of wood. So we're going to. So why are we doing this? Also, we're going to make a wooden bottle. Why are we doing this? It's because Lord Fartwell can't get any wood. That's what he said. He said, Baron, you've got to help me. Can't get any wood. Lady Fartwell's not very happy. So I asked my old noggin and I thought, well, I know how to get some wood. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. And also, while I was doing this, I'd come up with another idea. I nipped down in the cellar in Fartwell Manor and I found this bottle of claret, you see, and I made it look like wood, a bit like wood anyway. And so what you do, if you've got woodworm like we have here at Fartwell Manor, you take the lid off, you see, you might want to drink a little bit yourself, put it on the side. The old woodworm come along, see, they like a bit of claret, they jump inside the bottle, you see, and they start having a bit of a party. And so what you do then, you sneak up and you put the lid back on, a bit quick, you see, put the lid back on, and there you go, problem sorted. So there's how to get wood and how to get rid of woodworm all in one video. Yes, and then if you don't like your neighbours, you can take them around a bottle of wine. So cheers, and I hope you enjoy the video. So first of all, what you need to do is get your bit of plastic board and you need some glass paper or sandpaper, and you need to give it a scratch, you see, like this, all the way over, go right the way over, scratching it or sanding it, whatever they call it. And the reason why you do this is to give it a key, you see, it keys the surface, it puts little scratches in the surface, and that's a key. It's not like a key to the city, it's a key where it's like, so the paint will hold on to the surface. So the next thing you do, you've got to put the backing colour on for your bit of wood. Yes, you've got to get that on first. So we PVA'd it, all be nicely PVA'd. And the colour that you want to look at your piece of wood that you want to mimic really, and generally they've got a sort of a yellowy, the one that we're doing is a bit of got a yellow background to it. So this is what we've got. This got mixed up. This is just an emulsion paint, you see, and you just put it on. And if you didn't put the PVA on first, it would probably go all over, especially on the glass bottle. On your glass bottle, when you put because you've got the PVA on there, you can put your emulsion on there, and it doesn't sort of craze, you see. So get a coat of yellow paint on everything. Make sure you brush it up and down. This is only a cheap brush that I could find here at Fartwell Manor. You're probably going to need at least 2 to 3 coats, I would think, of this, depending on how well it covers. Right, so that's the board done with one coat. We just get the bottle finished. Let's get it on. Make sure I keep all the lines going up and down. If you want the grain to go a different way, then so you can do it a different way. So get a coat on your bottle. So we've got a couple of coats of emulsion. This a Dulux Trade emulsion, that's what the yellow is, onto our plastic surface and onto our glass bottle. And now what we're going to do, because this is a matte finish, if you were going to paint on this, it would be very porous and it would suck anything straight into the surface. So we want to seal it. So what we're going to seal it with, I found some floor varnish. Yes, and this is an acrylic floor varnish, and it's a fast drying acrylic floor varnish. Give it a coat of this floor varnish, and this will seal the surface, and also it'll make it slippery. When we put the next coat on, we really want it to slide across the surface. So that's what we're doing now. We're just putting this gloss acrylic floor varnish onto our matte emulsion. Yes, that's what it is, matte emulsion. So go over the top hopefully 30 minutes time this should be dry. So that's, I'm going to do a coat on the old bottle as well. I haven't told you why we're actually painting this full bottle of wine. We actually had some flooding here at Fartwell about it was about a month ago, and it flooded the cellar, and of course I went down there the other day, and there's all of Lord Fartwell's wine was floating around, and all the labels had come off. So I salvaged this bottle, and I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll make it look like some wood for a little wheeze. So that's what we're doing. We're going to make the wine bottle look like a wooden bottle. So anyway, get some acrylic varnish over the top, like so, and now we're going to leave that to dry. So what we've now got on the on our piece of plastic is basically 2 more coats. We'll have to actually put 2 coats of the floor varnish, the gloss. I don't know if you can see the shine on that, but that's going to stop the next coat from soaking into the surface so quickly. So what we're going to use next is we've got some, this is some interior matte dark oak, diamond hard protect it is. It's a Ronseal. So we're going to go on with a coat of that now, and all we're going to do is just paint a coat on, just to darken this down a smidgen. See, I don't know if you can see this. Like so. Try and drag the lines out. You'll see it's making some lines there, but just try and even them out. Doesn't matter too much. There's a bit of variation as long as all of it's going in the same direction. It doesn't look too bad. Just with one coat on, really. Why don't we just get this coat on, and we're gonna. There we go. Doesn't matter if there's a bit of variation in the colour. Try and get all the surfaces done. There we go. So hopefully that'll dry fairly quick. We're going to do the same with the bottle. Give the bottle a quick coat. So what we're doing now, we're going to go over it with some more of the old dark oak. And I've got a damp sponge here. I'm just going to put the damp sponge over that, just to make it a little bit moist, so it doesn't dry out too quick. What you need to purchase, one of these things. This is a graining tool. You can get them off the internet. So you don't have to have one of these, by the way, but this is the best way of doing it, really. So, well, this is the way we're doing it. So then get some more of your dark oak stain, and you paint it on nice and thick. Yes, nice and thick, yes. Like that. What I've actually done is I've put some stain in a container to thicken it up a bit. Let it thicken up. There you go. Just paint it on there. Get it on about as thick as Beastie Bill the Butler. That's what you need to do. Hope he doesn't watch this video. Yeah, here's the butler at the manor house here where we are. So you can see the grain there coming through. Look at that. Eh? Right, now let's get our rocker. Get your rocker, and you gradually, let's do it in the middle so you can see it. You gradually, let's do it this way. So you start at one edge and you gradually move it across the surface, you see, like this. And you gradually rock it as you go, like so. See, look at that. Isn't that marvellous? And then you rock it back the other way, like so. You see? Do another one here. Start off here, shall we? Start off slightly different. go, marvellous. And one more here. Look at that, marvellous, eh? Now what you want to do now, get a dry brush, and then you want to just just tap it slightly like this. If you actually have a look at a piece of wood, you'll see that the grain is actually got this effect to it. Very gently. And we're going to leave that to dry now. And we're going to have a go with the bottle. Now, give it a bit of a wipe off. Put the stain on. Nice and thick, you see. With the graining tool now, if we were going round, it'd be a lot easier. But let's just do this, see what happens. So, let's start at the bottom, shall we? And just come up, down, and up, and down, and down. So you've got to rock it over the surface. A bit like Elton John, eh? Yes. Very slowly, yes. Right, I think that'll do that. Well, what we do is just get the old the light brush. We just give it a little fluff up. So there we have our bit of wood all nicely dry. So what we're going to actually do is get some more of the stain and just give it a brush over with another coat of the stain, you see. You see that? Just a thin coat this time. There we go. Look at that. Not bad for a bullshyster, I can tell you. Yeah. Right, quick coat on the bottle. So we're going to let that dry now. So what we're doing now, we're going to go back to the floor varnish, the acrylic floor varnish gloss, and we're going to put a couple of coats on this now just to finish it off. Get a couple of coats on there. Obviously let it dry between the coats. There we go. So coat on there. Coat on the old bottle. So there we are, we'll let that dry. See how it turns out. So there we have it, there's the finished product. I don't know if you can see the shine on that. The other thing I was going to say, if you've been using acrylic paint, put your brush in some water up to about here, in some fabric softener. That's the stuff, put some fabric softener, because otherwise your brush will go all stiff. And you want it nice and floppy, you see, especially if you're doing wood. You see, this is... So there you go. There you go. Nice bit of wood. There you go. Nice bit of shiny wood. What's it? Moral of this story is, if you can't get any wood, give it a tickle. Give it a tickle with a soft brush, and you'll very soon put a smile on Lady Fardwell's face. So cheers everybody, and toodaloo for now.